Hi, Qlinkers. See who we have today.
Hi,
This is Tito here, and it's actually 9 p.m. Singapore time. It's outside dark already, and we are good to have Susan here.
So, by the way, maybe I can introduce you first.
Please.
So, whoever followed us on the Telegram, there's a very helpful and beautiful lady as well.
Thank you.
And her name is Dido. And
thank you.
And by the way, she's the background voice of the Qlink AMA guides.
Yeah.
So the guides, the guide you watched on the YouTube is actually produced by her.
Yeah. Thank you, Susan.
Nice.
Oh, see how many. Oh, we've got 2 viewers now watching us. Yeah.
Okay.
Watching us, yeah, this is a fairly good start. So this is actually our first AMA after the crowd sale concluded. And tell me how are you feeling now, Susan?
Whew. I think I actually got more busier after the crowd sale finished, and but it was an amazing process. And the team, we structured the team a little bit, and we focus on more on R&D and product development and marketing launch as well. So and since then, the team has been working restlessly on the product.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you tell me what our R&D team and the marketing team are working on, where we are now?
Okay, so R&D teams still working on the products. We have a very busy roadmap for them. The MVP has been launched at the schedule. So the next steps is really commercialize the app, at the same time add more function and make it ready for the commercial market. I think the way we will do the marketing for this app will really encourage the community members to directly working with us. So whoever you are, and try to get into the Qlink business launch channels, and we are looking for the contra advocates to represent the Qlink in your local regions, and to add more Wi-Fi on the Qlink app, and to encourage others to use the Qlink. Yeah, definitely it's going to be a very, very fruitful process, because all the Wi-Fi, whoever registers first, who can share that Wi-Fi, which means you can earn the Qlink token from the sharing.
That is amazing. Yeah. Tell me more about the QLC, where we are now. Are we? We're now get listed by KuCoin.
Yeah.
And we are going to have something special for the community members or for the traders.
Yes. So KuCoin is the first exchanges list us, and we are working on traders, the special trader competition on the KuCoins, which is going to be launched on the January 25th. January 25th. It's going to launch for 9 days, and we will give a Tesla away for the top trader who makes Qlink liquids. Yeah.
A Tesla giveaway. That's generous, quite generous. Do we have any, like, for not really the top traders, but for the other traders, but who also contribute to the development of Qlink?
Yeah.
So what do you have in mind for
them? Sure.
Yeah.
So I think we have over 10,000 people to subscribe to the Qlink during the cross sale, and obviously for pre-sale as well. So we encourage whoever holds the QRC or willing to invest into the QRC now to top up the KuCoin accounts during the traders competition as well. We will give the coins away whoever joined the traders competition, and it's going to be rewardful.
It's going to be rewardful. See what we have for you. We've got 4 questions already from the viewers right now. So one of them is, when can we expect new exchange listing and more marketing? More marketing, we're working on it right now. So what about the new exchange listing?
Well, I have to say, and I think the top 10 exchanges on your list, and we're working on all of them. And surprisingly, we were listing on the Gates.io, and we didn't even have a heads up from them, but we're quite happy to be listed there. We're working on the exchanges. So But I think at this moment, the product marketing is our priority. As soon as we heard from exchanges that you like to be listed, and we will share news with you.
Yeah. So on behalf of our community members here, and on behalf of the viewers of our this live stream video, and I will thank you. I will thank the Qlink team for all these efforts they've been making. So we are not sparing any efforts. We're not sparing no efforts on like making it better.
Thank you.
So let's move back to the MVP, which is what this AMA is gonna feature. So tell me more about MVP. Okay, so we've got actually a list of the questions we collected from the Reddit thread, and we've quoted some of the questions. So now I'm gonna open it. Happy New Year, by the way. Well, we've seen the comments from Gilbert Silva. Are you?
Yeah.
Is he from Brazil? I think it's a Brazilian name.
Okay.
What's happening here?
Nice meeting you guys. Thank you for staying here and watching us. How can we make it a Friday night funnier? I don't know.
This is the best way, I think.
Yeah, we're quite exciting here. It's 9:11 p.m. in Hong Kong.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna have it here. So those are actually a question list.
It's from Miami.
Yeah, it's a question list for AMA today. That's what we collected from the Reddit thread. The first one is from our Reddit follower or subscriber, Kurisu1996. Am I speaking it in the right way? Is an iOS version being worked on for Qlink now?
Yes, we're working on iOS, but I have to say iOS is a quite different ecosystem from Android. So iOS has a lot of restriction, and we're working on how to enable those functions on the iOS, because what Qlink does is quite different from the current Wi-Fi sharing app. Is we go through the P2P protocol. So which requires directly handshake between the share and the Wi-Fi, between the Wi-Fi owners and the Wi-Fi users. So that's actually something. Well, I have to say the environment is quite different on the iOS. So we're working on that.
Yeah.
And but I have to say that Apple has been very strict on the encrypto app launched on App Store. So this could take some time, to make sure, and they think our utility app is really, really helpful and change the view. So we're working on that, those issues.
Right, understood. So next question, one of our members asking, I've got a question regarding the Qlink blockchain. Is the Qlink blockchain gonna store the user's encrypted browsing history? Is it necessary? Are we storing those browsing history?
No, absolutely not. We don't store them. But having said that, we do detect the content that's sponsored by for example, content providers. Well, how we do that is we have to detect the fingerprints all through browsing history, all the content. We have to matching them to make sure that is exactly the content that's sponsored by the content provider, and you can get waived to paying the data fee. So this is what we do, but we don't store the content. We don't store the browsing history at all.
Right, that's a fairly good correction. So let's move on to the Wi-Fi sharing questions, which is what our the Qlink MVP is featuring.
Yeah.
So in the future, can bandwidth of the provided Wi-Fi connection be limited or allocated per user being supplied to? That's from our Reddit subscriber, again, Kurisu1996.
Okay, this is a very good question because there's a lot of debates in the team as well whether we should do that. This is something we are looking for. This is a function we're looking to be added in a later stage, but not right now. So what you can choose right now is you can choose how many devices you are allowed to be connected with your Wi-Fi. So, well, obviously, the more devices you're connected to, it's gonna be slower, but you're going to enjoy more the fun and more the QLC may be accumulated from those users as well.
Yeah.
So.
All the QLC, the QLC transference will be enabled when for the updated version of our MVP.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's when the smart contract will be deployed.
Yes, yes.
So next question is from our Reddit subscriber, Cheddar Pringy. She is asking, what stops the person sharing Wi-Fi from doing something bad on their end, like rerouting traffic to scam or phishing sites?
Okay, so whoever share your Wi-Fi has absolutely no access to your router. So, I mean, as long as they don't have any access to your router, so they can reset your setting. This is the first point. The second point, regarding to doing the bad things through your internet, I think this is actually an industry problem, not just a problem that Qlink facing.
That's true.
But we're trying to solve this problem by doing the fundamental change. So there is some function we're experimenting right now on the Qlink base station that could prevent to reroute to the scam or phishing sites.
Yeah.
But I do believe that people are using internet to do good things.
Good things.
Yes.
Way better.
So, yeah, hopefully, and the sharing is definitely gonna create much more benefits to the people who doesn't have necessary connectivities, rather than the people who are using the internet for the bad stuff. Yeah. So
we should always look to the good side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So next question is from again, one more from Cheddar Pringy. Will the Wi-Fi app allow the end user to seamlessly connect from one Wi-Fi to another sharing Wi-Fi? Say, if I'm walking across the town and it works best for me to have minimal interruption if there are tons of people around me sharing Wi-Fi. So it's their seamless connection to Wi-Fi is just doable.
Well, I have to say, I don't know where you are, whether you're watching us Cheddar Printing. I'm very impressed for your question because this is a very professional question, and you raised the question that the industry are trying to solve. This is called seamlessly handover. And there's a mechanism I have to explain here. Is when you're on the Qlink Wi-Fi sharing, and for example, you're walking across the town, there are multiple Wi-Fis, and maybe the multiple Wi-Fi owner have set quite different sharing rules. The price could be different, and the devices could be different. So each time you do have to choose a network. So having said that, there's a Wi-Fi connectivity issues. Some of our Wi-Fi will have a very strong reception, and some will have less. So you do have to choose the Wi-Fi manually. We do think this is industry issues, and I mean, our research, and we're definitely gonna put these issues we're definitely gonna add this into our update of our research. Yeah, thank you very much for the questions. If you have watched this video, and I encourage you to get into the Qlink Geek channels and just directly talking to us because I like your questions.
Yeah, this is a very good question. That's why we've picked this question, and we gets shortlisted. And so one of the biggest concern from our MVP users is the pricing rules, which is currently we don't have the smart contract deployed on the MVP currently, so we don't see the pricing rules for now. So the first question is, how will the QLC spenders, I think what he means is, will the Wi-Fi owners get hold of, how will they get hold of some QLC tokens? Like, will there be an option for them to purchase QLC tokens through fiat, or they will purchase with their credit card?
Yeah, okay. So Maggie Pie Lover, and this is a very good question as well, because we're doing the different thoughts on the token circulation through the Qlink users and the Wi-Fi shares. But I think for the first batch of the CD users, we definitely gonna airdrop them some QLC tokens.
Wow!
For the starter. So whoever registered so whoever registered the Wi-Fi, and you will receive the QLC tokens for just register purpose. And whoever uses the Wi-Fi, you will get the QLC token as well. So and in terms of the fiat support of the purchase through a credit card, I think this is gonna be a long process, because you need to practically working with the bank to support those functions.
Yeah.
And we'll try to make sure. We'll try best to working with the bank, but settlement in different countries is quite an issue as well. So we'll try our best. Yeah. To solve this question down the road. Yeah.
So we've seen plenty of questions for today. Those are all impressive questions we have.
Yeah.
And now, Susan, we have actually gone through all those questions for today.
Let's actually take some questions. Can we take some questions from
sure. Brian Civility. Sorry, am I pronouncing it in the right way? Are you competing with Dent? It looks like they are a bit ahead, so which is okay. But curious
let me address first on the Dent thing. So we're quite different from Dent, because Dent is pull the users to purchase the mobile data. So we're different. We are a utility token, and we do support the Wi-Fi sharing. And for the mobile data distribution parts, we directly connect with the content. And then we allow that content to be distributed in combination of data. So I have to make a correction here. We don't support international roaming. We don't support like AT&T users to transfer the data package to China Mobile or Orange users. So we don't support that. That's technically not possible in this industry. I hope that's addressed your question, Brian.
Because his question is at the bottom of the list. So this is the first question we address. So I just found, what cities are you planning on first to bringing this technology to? Could you please give some?
So I think pretty much the countries has Wi-Fi coverage versus 4G over 50%. We can potentially use this technology, especially the countries such like very tourist-driven cities. Could potentially use these technologies.
That could be the
A lot of the coffee shop and restaurants, they are kind of like the first batch of users that we're going to talking to.
Yeah, but it's still in the plan. And Brian just commented again. Thank you. So
You're welcome. Thank you very much for the question.
Question. Yeah. Okay, I just saw the comment from Gilbert, sorry, Silva. That's Miami. That's not Brazil. Sorry, I just made a mistake. Okay, So let's move back to, because we did actually basically a user feedback survey.
Yeah.
So we collect the responses from our first batch of the MVP users, and we got quite a few suggestions on the development of. Okay. So I'm gonna read it out for you. There's one Reddit follower. He suggested use placeholders for our text fields from Friday. For example, in the Wi-Fi register screen, the password text field could have a placeholder text like "enter your Wi-Fi password" or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great. That's very specific. I like this suggestion.
Yeah, that's quite.
So we actually hired a new UI designer who redo all the UI. Redo all the UI. So basically, what happens for the first version is we just want to test the one thing. Is a P2P network, and the P2P network is essential for the decentralized network. We want to make sure the protocol is working fine on the P2P Wi-Fi sharing. So this is one thing we want to achieve, and yes, we achieved. It works fine. And the next thing is adapt to everything through smart contract and make the UI more friendly.
Yeah. So for the I think for the MVP we don't really focus on that interface design. I think that's not our first concern.
Yeah,
that's not our first concern. So also another suggestion from, I didn't really record the name, but he's saying only the registered Wi-Fi asset with the status Wi-Fi owner online. This is something, what kind of Wi-Fi asset is actually shareable on that list of the Wi-Fi discovered?
Basically anything can produce Wi-Fi, you can be registered on the Qlink.
Yeah, but we will find like another line.
Oh yeah,
of the status saying Wi-Fi owner online. So
what does that mean?
Wi-Fi owner online. So that means we are still trying to define what that means, like online. Right?
Yeah, online.
Yeah,
this is kind of interesting because it's P2P. It's through P2P network. That means Wi-Fi owner online, which means the Wi-Fi owner actually turned on the Qlink app on the phone. So as long as they don't kill the Qlink app, and the P2P protocol is working. So whoever got connected with Wi-Fi, they can share. This is what the Wi-Fi owner online means. But in the end, we're gonna put the Wi-Fi app on the backstage, so it can still run.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I think he got this bar. Oh, and there's another suggestion. It says place a process bar. Like to display what percentage of the app has been downloaded. Okay, that's well received.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much for today, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much for today. So
let us know if you guys have any questions. We do encourage you to get into our other two channels, which is the business only, to discuss about your local launch. So we already launched quite large scales of the surveys and understanding the country specifics. And I think the next step is really to understand the city more better and find out who is the community manager who can working with us and try to get the Qlink app launched locally. So and stay tuned with the product developments and we're still working on the exchanges. Just reminding you.
A lot of our viewers have brought that out, like what exchanges are going to be getting on.
We're working on that.
We're working on that. Yeah, you heard that. We're working on that.
Yes, and we want this for you, by the way.
Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. It's 9:30, so this 30-minute AMA. That's not a short time. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy Friday night.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.